Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Yes. Well, wait a minute. Some of you have expressed an interest in seeing some of the other Tamtams in my collection, and I've got about 36 of them or something like that. And so I'm going to make a switch. Here we go on live video. We'll put this away and take this beautiful Wuhan instrument, which is absolutely fabulous, I have to say. Hang on, let's see if I can lift it up. Weighs a ton. Solid bronze, folks. Okay, we'll put this over here. Hang in there. Okay, so we'll put it up against that wall, and then we shall hang up, if I'm doing this right. Here we go. This sucker, I guess it goes this way. It must go this way. Yes, this one. Hang in there. Sometimes it takes a couple shots before I get it. All right, there we go. Okay, that's one, and this one goes here. There it is, a UFIP. Okay, that's Italian, by the way. These are made in Pistoia, out of their own fabulous blend of metal. UFIP stands for something like Unioni Fabbricanti Strumenti Piatti Tamtams, I think. So, hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Isn't that interesting? Has kind of a metallic overtone there. Wow. All right. So let's play with this one for a little while, shall we? It's a wonderful instrument. It really is. And we are continuing our trip backwards through the alphabet. We're in the letter H, and we have 5 more videos of Bernard Herrmann. Yes, Bernard Herrmann. Oh, I'm so excited. And we begin with something we already talked about, so it's going to be a real quickie. Here it is, the Egyptian. This was the Naxos re-release of the Marco Polo original. And since I have both, I mean, because I try and want to have a historical record of how things are treated and re-released over time. So I usually hang on to both exemplars, but we've talked about it already. This was the joint effort between Bernard Herrmann and Alfred Newman, and it's really pretty terrific with William Stromberg and the Moscow Symphony. So that we don't have to deal with. Then we've got this classic. Remember this? This is still with its, safety strip and all of that stuff, because I have like 50 copies of this. This is part of the fabulous Charles Gerhardt National Philharmonic Orchestra movie music series, which RCA finally boxed up a few years back, and that was dusty. Okay. And it has fabulous stuff on it. Of course, you've got suites from On Dangerous Ground, The Death Hunt, 2 minutes and 23 seconds of total mayhem. Oh, it's great. The Citizen Kane suite, the suite from Beneath the 12-Mile Reef, the Concerto Macabre for piano and orchestra from Hangover Square, and White Witch Doctor. Oh, yes, all glowingly played by the National Philharmonic under Charles Gerhardt, produced by George Korngold, Eric Wolfgang Korngold's son. This was such a fabulous series on RCA. It really was just amazing. Then we've got, this is another one of those lovely discs with the New Zealand Symphony and James Sidar as conductor, where we have the Devil and Daniel Webster's Suite for Orchestra, which is just a terrific suite of incidental music. Silent Noon, an idyll. For the Fallen, a berceuse. And the Courier and Ives Suite. Wonderful, wonderful Herrmann, orchestral music that nobody plays. Why? This was on Koch, if it still exists. I think some of you mentioned it's now on alto. So yes, look for it. Look for all of that stuff there if you can't find it. And it's original. And oh, this was fun. The Snows of Kilimanjaro. And then Five Fingers. So these are strange movies. This is another fabulous William Stromberg Moscow Symphony production on Marco Polo. Two wonderful movie scores that you really can't hear elsewhere. One is 36 minutes of music. The other is 29 minutes of music. Good pile of stuff. Really good pile of stuff. Lots of fun. So that's on Marco Polo. And we have this classic. Oh, this lovely, lovely souvenir series on Unicorn. Remember this? North by Northwest. One of you talked about this pretty extensively in the comments to one of the last videos about how Laurie Johnson had to do this because Bernard Herrmann passed away and wasn't available, which was a terrible shame. But oh, what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful score this is. Oh, this is not 100% complete. You get that on the Varese Saraband recording, I believe, with Joel McNeely. But it's still very, very good. What a great score. My goodness. I mean, the Aeroplane, Mount Rushmore finale and all that stuff is 9 minutes of solid music. It has some really well-extended tracks here that are unusual for Herrmann, and it's just one of the all-time great scores, one of the all-time great Hitchcock films. Phenomenal. This is really famous for the crop duster scene where Herrmann, one of you mentioned this too in connection with the birds, that one of the aspects of Herrmann's genius is that he really knew when not to use music. And the crop duster sequence was one of those sequences where he said, no, we don't want music. You want to have, total silence, and then the plane comes swooping in out of nowhere. It's absolutely fabulous. He was right. And finally, some of the Decca Phase 4 stuff. Now, this was all boxed up also by Decca and re-released, but these were the originals of Bernard Herrmann conducting his suites from Journey to the Center of the Earth, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Oh, God, I love that. Fahrenheit 451. Oh, God, I love that. Gulliver's Travels. God, I love that. With the National Philharmonic and Bernard Herrmann. Yay! Some of you folks have mentioned this, quizzically say, well, I had it on, one of you said, I have it on vinyl. I don't know if it was ever on CD. Yes, it was all on CD. So there you go. There we go. We're cruising along with Bernard Herrmann. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.